Hey, what's up guys, it's Daniel Snipes, and today I have a tutorial for you guys on how to make a vending machine. This is a very compact, really easy to make vending machine that I found to make on the Xbox 360 version of Minecraft. And so I figured, because I've been making a lot of these lately, trying to perfect it, I figured it's about time to bring a tutorial out for how to make it. So you will need a lot of materials to make this. You can also make this inside of mountains and stuff like that, but I'm not going to make it inside of a mountain today. I'm just going to make it on some regular ground. A couple notes before we start: you cannot do this on a flat map. At least not that I've seen. I haven't tried it yet, but because the actual thing only goes up 3 blocks tall, but then down below where all the redstone is, it's a lot more complicated and it goes a lot farther down. So just keep in mind this. I'm doing this on a regular map, not a flat map. So let's go over the materials that we will need. We will need stone, a wooden pressure plate, regular piston, sticky pistons, redstone, redstone torch, redstone repeater, buttons. Let's go into the inventory. Like I said, we will need a lot of stuff. You will need 3 blocks of your choice. These are the 3 blocks that will be dispersed. You will need note block, dispensers, grass blocks to fill up the spots after we're done, a sign, a water bucket, and then gravel or sand. And the gravel and sand is the main part of this because gravel and sand falls, and which is kind of like the money or the currency for this thing to work. And so we're gonna get started. So let's start off with the stone. So let's make a little 1x1 square. So I guess it's gonna be, we're gonna lay down 3 blocks. So 1, 2, 3. Lay down 2 more on the sides, and then as you can see we have 1 block in the middle right here. Now let's stack it up at 3 tall on the sides only. Alright, so there we go. It's 3 tall just on the sides. Now what we want to do is we want to come behind, and then we want to place 1 block back here. And then on that block you're going to take out a sticky piston, and then place a sticky piston facing towards you this way. And then that's going to be, you'll see here in a minute what it does. And what we're going to do is we're going to place a block of stone right in front of it, just like that. Alright, now it's time to take out our wooden pressure plate. So what we're going to do now is we're going to place the wooden pressure plate not right next to it, but 2 blocks away. So on the second block in front, that's where you're going to place the wooden pressure plate. It doesn't do anything yet, but we're going to connect it up to the back piston that we just hooked up back there. So then we're going to come to the side. So we're going to come to the left side of what we're making right now. You want to dig down 2 deep, then come 2 away from the corner. So once you get to the corner, you want to come 2 blocks out, go all the way back until you are even with the piston right here, and start making a little stair step going up so it can connect to it. And then we're going to connect the redstone to the stone block underneath because it will still work that way. And then we're going to leave some redstone going underneath, 1 block underneath the pressure plate. And so this piston needs to be on the entire time. And so what we're going to do is we're going to take out our stone. We're going to get rid of 1 piece of redstone down here, and then place the stone block where that just was. Then on the side closer to the piston, you're going to get rid of 1 more thing of redstone, then put a redstone torch. Alright, so now the piston should be on the entire time. As you can see, it covers up the hole that we originally had, but once we step on the pressure plate, it goes away. And that's what we want. And now we can fill up or cover up the top of this. Now boom. Now it's just like a little 3x3 box. So now we have a cube. Now what we're going to do is, so the entire thing is going to be 9 blocks long. So let's count this out. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And so that's what we have so far. Like I said, this is actually, I can't talk. This is extremely easy to make. As long as you stay with me, you can get this perfectly first time. Alright, now what we want to do is we want to place the 3 blocks of your choice down. So right here we have the three blocks of our choice. So 1, 2, 3. Just didn't mean to do that. 2, 3. Let's actually get rid of these right here. That's all we need so far. We'll get to everything later. So right now we should have the cube that we made on the left side. Then on the right side we should have the 3 blocks of your choice. Right now I'm just using green wool, blue wool, and red wool. Then on top of these blocks, you want to place the stone over it. So these are in the middle. Then place one more that covers it up on the sides as well. Then on these 3 blocks, place one button on each block. Making the top of this vending machine is a lot easier than the bottom, and so that's why we're starting with the top. So then on the other side of the wall, where the colors are, you want to lay down 3 things of stone around the other side. Then right behind each color, we're going to place a redstone repeater, just like that. Now what we're going to take back out our sticky pistons, which I put away in the inventory, so let's take these back out. And then looks like we have everything. So you're going to get rid of the grass right next to or in front of the stone blocks that we just placed. Then place down the sticky pistons. Alright, so there's that. Now we want to place stone on top of those. And now what we want to do is place one more row right here. So what's going to happen is once this is all said and done, this block is going to come up, and then it will transfer the circuit to the redstone we're adding right here on the corners, just like that. And so the whole point of having this is so you can't keep pressing the buttons and they don't work, and you can't get any items out of it. So that's the whole point of having this. Alright, so to get this to work, we can't have the redstone like this. So you don't want to have the redstone in a line. So you want to place the 2 things of redstone on the corners, but then in between, place a redstone repeater. Then in front of the 2 redstones that we had on the corners, we're going to take out our dispensers, and then place dispensers right in front of them. Now what we're going to do is place a piece of stone in between, place a piece of redstone in between those, then place one more block in front of the redstone, then lay out another dispenser. The reason this is going to work is because if we had it to where the redstone right here, it would not work because it would just set all 3 of them off, or it just wouldn't work because all the redstone's connected. And so that's why we need to have the repeater in the middle to make a nice clean flow through all of it. And then you can do this. Alright, so far we're almost done with the top. Like I said, the top's really easy. Now what we're going to do is in front of this 3rd dispenser, the one in front, you want to lay down a little passageway going all the way over to the left side of this cube that we started off with. And then I actually need to move this redstone, it looks like. Let's see. I need to move the redstone so the stone doesn't cut off the circuit to it. So let's just fix this real quick. You can just do this by just going under the stone. Boom, here we go. This should work. Boom. Perfect, now we're working again. Alright, now what we're going to do is once you have the stone set up to where it goes to the left of the cube that we started off with, you're going to place one more row next to it, going all the way to the dispensers, and then go all the way to this wall. And then from the wall, you just make another wall going all the way up 3 tall. So on the right side we should have the full wall. On the left side we should not be done yet. And so on the left side we're going to stack up the wall all the way again, just like this. Like I said, this entire thing's only going to be 9 blocks. 9 blocks long, and it's only going to be 9 blocks deep if we make it right. And then so if we made it right, we should have 1 or 2 blocks of stone in front of this 3rd dispenser, and that's good. That's what we want. And then on the 2nd block, make another wall. Boom, here we go. We're almost done, guys. Now we're gonna make another wall leading to the cube. But make sure you don't place the stone in front of the dispenser, otherwise it will not work. And so what this is the passageway that will, this is where we need the water. We're going to take out the water bucket, and then we're also going to take out the sign that we had. And then where we're going to place the sign is we're going to place it where this corner is, right on this block right here. And then what this is going to do is we're going to place water going like this. As you can see, the water flows into these 2 gaps right here. Don't worry, this is an easy fix. Just take your sign back out and place it on the stone, just like this on each one. And that fixes that problem. So once you disperse an item, it's going to fly out of the dispenser into the water flow, which will then take it to the next water flow. And we're actually going to get rid of the water real quick. I did forget to mention one thing. You can keep the stone like that. If you keep the stone with the water, it will move a little bit slower. But if we take ice out, so let's take the ice out and replace this passageway where the water is going with ice. And then you'll notice once it starts dispensing that the ice makes it move a lot quicker, so you get your item a lot quicker. And then have the ice go all the way until you get to this last block in the front. Alright, now we can fill back up with water again. Go back into the inventory. Now as you can see, the sign stops the water. We're going to come one block back, right here, where the straight line is. Place one more thing of water. Now what we're going to do is you're going to take back out your pressure plate, then place it on this last block so it stops the water from overflowing. And then this pressure plate is actually a key part in getting this whole thing to work, but we'll get to that later because we're almost there. Alright, so let's show you how it works. So the dispensing won't work if you press a button right now. Once you get so much sand or gravel into the bottom, once we set that up, these blocks right here will be pushed up, and then the circuit will open, and then you can press one of the buttons and it will dispense one item. So here's how the water flow works. You're going to place it, it's going to fly in, then fly onto the pressure plate. And that's exactly how we want it. Alright, now time for the little bit harder parts. So as you can see, we have the cube, and we have this little opening still underneath where the piston is. We want to dig down 6. So that's one block. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And then on the side closest to the pressure plate, we're going to dig it out 2. And then actually you can just make a huge, to make this easier on yourself, just make a huge square, or just clear out a lot of space down here so you have a lot of room to work with. We will be going back up with the redstone later, but right now let's just clear out a huge space that we can work with so it's a lot easier to work down here and we're not as crammed, and then it'll be a little bit easier for you guys to follow along. Then I'm going to take out a torch, also another thing you will need. Like I said, there's a lot of stuff that goes into making this. Now we can see what we're doing. So we're just clearing out a lot of space. And boom. Okay,